Hi, thanks for joining this new video. I'm reviewing the JBL Clip 5. Let's begin. This is the most compact speaker that JBL offers, at least within this particular catalog. The truth is that it proves to be quite handy for those occasions when you don't require a large speaker. Moreover, you can transport it with ease because of this. Initially, it launched at 1,499 pesos, but now it's available in the market. Find at lower prices. Obviously, it's not an expensive speaker, so it can't be too demanding in many areas. Let's describe it step by step. Let's begin with the design, as I believe it's among the most appealing features. This speaker is relatively compact, with dimensions measuring 8.6 by 13.5 by 4.6 centimeters. Additionally, it is quite lightweight, weighing in at 285 grams. It's constructed from recycled plastic, and the fabric used provides a pleasant cloth-like texture. You will notice rubber on certain sides, which ensures a good grip. Most importantly, as I mentioned, the standout feature is the clasp it includes, allowing you to conveniently place it just about anywhere you like. In fact, JBL even promotes it by placing it in the shower, so you can have music while you bathe, because it is a speaker that has IP67, so it is water and dust resistant. So I think it is also a very adventurous speaker. You can take it on your bike, in your backpack. If it starts to rain, it will not be damaged. That is definitely one of the highlights. And being a JBL product, you expect to have a good variety of options to choose from, and this will be no exception. I have the red edition, a vibrant and intense color, quite attractive, but it also comes in black, blue, pink, purple, sand, and even camouflage. In this aspect, you'll find one of the speaker's strengths. While other similar speakers exist, they don't offer as many design options. Finally, we are going to locate the USB-C port for charging at the bottom. We can definitely say that this speaker excels quite well in terms of its design aspect. Now, let's take a moment to discuss the controls in a bit more detail. On the front, besides the brand's logo, which is made with rubber, you will also notice that the same material is used for the buttons. These buttons are slightly raised in relief, making them easy to find and use. The volume buttons are specifically designed for adjusting the volume only. This means they don't have any additional functions like double tap or long press actions unrelated to volume control. If you hold them down, they will quickly increase or decrease the volume, depending on which button you press. Or if you press repeatedly, it will always adjust the volume. The button located in the center is known as the multifunctional button. This is because, besides being used to pause and resume the music with 2 taps, it also allows you to skip to the next track with 3 taps and go back to the previous one. On the left side, you will find additional buttons positioned in a slightly recessed bar. Here, you will see the on-off button, followed by the button for Bluetooth pairing. And lastly, the Auracast button lets multiple speakers play the same content. Through the app, we'll find, with options like showing battery status, we can also access an equalizer with various presets or a custom 5-band equalizer, which isn't very specific but sufficient for casual music listening. This is not a speaker specialized in sound or something similar. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But in the app, it also allows you to create a stereo group to connect 2 speakers of the same or even different speakers to be able to have more. The amplitude, and naturally, it also provides you with general information as well. Narrator. You can enable or disable response sounds when pressing buttons. It lacks a timer to set automatic shutoff, even during music playback, which would be ideal for those who fall asleep to music. This option isn't integrated, and it would be interesting to see in the future. Fortunately, it receives software updates, so we shouldn't discard it entirely. Thanks to this capability, an update could potentially add new features. Although updates for speakers typically aim to fix bugs, it's still great news that it can be updated. Now let's discuss the sound, which I believe is one of the most crucial aspects of a speaker. Even though, in a speaker this compact and affordable, it might not be the most appealing feature. It includes a speaker with a power output of 7 watts, which may not seem like a lot, but trust me, it manages to produce a remarkably intense sound. In fact, we will find a driver that is approximately 4.5 centimeters in size. Its frequency response spans from 95 Hz all the way up to 20 kc. As you can tell, it doesn't have a very deep bass when it comes to frequencies specifically, but believe me, it is indeed capable of projecting bass that is well perceived by the human ear. So, I wouldn't worry too much about that, especially when you're playing at low to medium volume. However, if you go to higher volumes to try to fill an entire room, it is going to lose power in the lower frequencies. It's not for sharing music in a room, but a personal speaker. said that the sound is not exaggeratedly clear, it will only work with the SBC codec as the vast majority of speakers. So the most demanding in terms of audio resolution and clarity will not be so satisfied with this speaker. But I do not know if in the price range there is a speaker that really gets to have very high resolution sound or something like that. I just tell you so you know. The factory equalization is effective, but you can also use the app for specific settings. Note, it lacks a built-in microphone, so you can't answer calls from the speaker. Concerning the battery, the manufacturer claims it can last up to 12 hours with regular use, which means using it at a medium volume. However, if you plan to listen to music at very high volumes, the battery life will decrease significantly. It's important to remember that the battery life varies depending on your daily usage habits. In this particular scenario, if you prioritize extending battery life above all else, you have the option to activate the Playtime Boost mode. This mode reduces the bass frequencies, helping to conserve battery power and prolonging its usage time. Then, with Playtime Boost mode, you might get up to a total of 15 hours, as it provides an additional 3 hours during the same type of normal use. Naturally, if you turn on Playtime Boost but keep the volume at maximum, it won't extend battery life much, but it's better than with the mode off, even at high volumes. I'm glad these options exist for those prioritizing battery life over sound quality. Might possibly have this option available. Regarding charging, it's going to be through the USB-C port, then it can take up to 3 hours if it's fully discharged. But obviously you don't need to wait 3 hours. Probably with an hour and a half that you charge it is going to be enough. Finally, in this block you should know that it does not have a power bank function to charge your cell phone in case your cell phone has run out of battery, so consider that. As a final block, let's discuss connectivity with Bluetooth 5.3. It's great for stability and range. It also supports multi-point connection, allowing multiple speakers to connect simultaneously. With AuraCast, you can stream from one device to multiple receivers at once. Imagine if you could play multiple speakers from JBL or even from other brands that are compatible with AuraCast, creating a sort of array of several speakers, all producing sound simultaneously. A very interesting and noteworthy feature of this speaker is that it includes Google Fast Pair. This means that when you power on the speaker, your Android phone will instantly recognize it and display a dialog box to start a straightforward pairing process. With iPhone can be linked, but the process is manual. That is due to Apple's own restrictions, but it is a curious detail because most economic speakers are going to be very basic. This is where you notice that it is a speaker that comes from a much bigger brand, with a lot of strength that integrates this kind of small details to improve the user experience. In conclusion, this is an excellent speaker for individuals who desire music in every corner, as its name suggests. With its clip design, you can effortlessly hang it anywhere, which significantly aids in easy transportation. Additionally, it features an IP67 rating, allowing you to take it outdoors. Even if it begins to rain, it won't suffer any damage. The sound quality is good, while not the most spectacular. It provides a decent quality sound for its category. The battery life is good, and I like that they include Playtime Boost mode for those who don't want to prioritize sound quality as much and prefer to focus on battery life. The AuraCast compatibility and Google Fast Pair integration are also very prominent elements that somehow show that it is a speaker of a brand. Extremely powerful. Therefore, when you compare it to other speakers that have a very similar format, they can likely compete with it in terms of the sound quality and its overall performance. I believe they will not easily compete when it comes to providing these additional features. Ultimately, it's the users who will determine whether these add-ons are truly worth the investment or not. At the end of the day, it is up to the users to make that decision. We've reached the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let us know and see you next time.